Thank you for joining us. No matter where you are in the world, we are grateful that you are here in community with us today. As a reminder, each day is an opportunity to make a meaningful change. We come together for inspiration, education, and especially celebration. Now, all this month, we celebrate our volunteers and how we can contribute to our global community. So join me in getting started by putting your hands together for the CSL Dallas music team.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here, and welcome. My name is Michael Brundy, and I have the pleasure of being your platform assistant today. So let me tell you what's going on. But first, let's do our purpose. We are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives, and so it is. Hey, we are offering a repeat of our democracy and advocacy training on March 10th from 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. Learn about how our system works, how to do effective advocacy, and where your voice and presence can make the greatest difference. Don't sit back now. Now is the time to bring your conscious voice and presence to the process of electing leaders and influencing policy in alignment with our spiritual principles and global vision. Facilitated by Sherry Wood, who has been involved in advocating in Dallas for over 40 years. You want to be involved. Hey, mark your calendars also for a very special evening. It's entitled, Do You See? It's a party and a dance celebrating Dr. Petra's 65th birthday and 40 years of service. It's going to be March 29th from 6 o'clock to 10 p.m. Now, this is a perfect way to kick off our fabulous Easter weekend, and it wouldn't be a party without you. And it will be a great way to send Dr. Petra off to her well-deserved April travels. We are looking for folks to bring delicious finger food and help with various volunteer roles. You can get involved now by going to csldallas.org/events. And remember, March 29th, and fill out the registration form. Now, speaking of Easter, we have an awesome morning in store for you at CSL Dallas. That's Sunday, March 31st this year, and we promise it won't be your typical Easter. This Easter Sunday, step into a haven of experience, the potent and ancient ritual of breaking bread, symbolizing the material world, and sharing wine, signifying the sacred presence around the divine spirit within. This act reminds us that we are spirit made manifest, possessing everything that we need to create heaven on earth right here and right now. Whether you're joining us for the first time today, or if you've been connected with us for years, welcome. And however you found us in person or online, we'd love to stay in touch with you. So there's a few things that you can do. You can stay in the know by following us on social media. You can leave us a Google review, and you can sign up also for our weekly newsletter and for our inspirational text messages. You do that by filling out the Connect card that you can find and from the link in the chat. So let's see. With all that, you can stay connected to CSL Dallas and you know everything going on. So even if I miss something, you'll still know what's going on. So with that, now just settle back, relax, and enjoy our music team, and enjoy the service.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
Breathe this in for a moment. We are the voice of the Spirit on earth. Yes, I am. You are. We, as a community, as a nation, as humanity. We are here now in one mind. We are open to the power of the presence and love of the divine. We are the love. We are the light. And we are grounded in peace, connected through in unconditional love. This is the love, heals everything it touches. It's our breath. It's our heartbeat. We feel the rhythm of this love. And it is the I am that I am. This is the highest truth for all. Knowing this truth, I let this love, peace, and wisdom flows in through and as each and every one of us. emanate from us. Touch all humanity, all the world, and come back to us, increasing thousands of folds. We are the blessings, and we are blessed. Please join me for affirming this truth by saying together, and so it is.
You are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kia Tellman, and I am Core Council Chair, and I'm also a former team member of the Sacred Service team. And I have the pleasure of kicking off Sacred Service Month. So very excited about that. Some of you know that my former career was as a pharmacist. So it's a 6-year training program to become a pharmacist. 5 years of actual classwork, sitting in lectures, taking tests, getting grades, all that kind of stuff for 5 straight years. But that last year, it's the most important year, is where you actually take all that learning and you apply it in your professional career. You actually go from different hospitals, different clinics, and you work with pharmacists and doctors, and you actually apply all the stuff that you've learned for 5 years. And to do this required training cost me $30,000 just for that 1 year. No, that's a lot. But at CSO Dallas, we have a similar program, but it's free. Where you get to apply all the things that you learn on Sundays, that you learn on Wednesday nights, that you learn in classes, and you actually get to apply them in a real world situation, and it's called Sacred Service. And you can learn so many skills through participating through Sacred Service, and that's what we call our volunteering, because it's more than just volunteering your time. You're actually growing yourself, and you're growing this community at the same time. I learned so much through all of my different teams that I've been on. I actually learned how to really do spiritual mind treatment, which is our form of affirmative prayer, through the Adventures in Spirit campaign. I was on that team, and I did not know that every week we do a spiritual mind treatment for the entire community. And I had done foundation, so I'd written my spiritual mind treatments, but I had never done it as a group until I got there, and they're like, oh, this is what we're doing. I was like, okay. And so I really learned how to use that tool by volunteering for that. I was also asked to give a testimonial during that time, and I had never spoken in front of anybody. And that was my biggest fear, of standing up in front of people. Even raising my hand in class was just a lot. And so to be asked to do a testimonial really pushed me to grow and to learn skills. I also have developed so many deep friendships. I get to work with so many good people now, in the past, at Core Council, people like Sherry Wood and Jan Young and Daniel Jackson. We have really developed a close friendship, and knowing them and just seeing how they live out their lives inspires me to do better and to grow every day. And those are just some of the benefits that you get by doing Sacred Service here at CSO Dallas. You get to practice what you've actually been learning with people who love you, support you, see you, want you to be your truly authentic self, and will celebrate you. And will also cry with you and be that shoulder to lean on if you need it, but they will support you through whatever it is that you want to take these actual tools and apply them to life. So I am so grateful that I get to talk about Sacred Service. I know it's really completely transformed my life. And I know that it can transform yours if you just give it a chance, sign up for at least one team, or you can be on 5 or 6. But yeah, just find one that works for you. I know that there is one that will fit your skills and your talents. And so after the service today, in the breezeway, there's a table. You can go talk to the Sacred Service team members. They can help you navigate and find a team that works for you. And if you're online, we do have online volunteering opportunities. You can click on the link in the chat to express your interest. So thank you very much, and I hope to see everybody on at least one team.
I'm exactly where I need to be exactly where I am a blessing manifested. I can undress a moment, naked time unwinds beneath my mind, and from within I find the kind of beauty only I can find. I am exactly where I need to be exactly where I am surrendering so willingly to be the perfect me inside this now and truly. How else could it be? Destiny, she blesses me. Destiny, she blesses me. And when I try to fight or run, I only find my way back to square one. And when I think I know what's best for me, fate, she takes me back to exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am divinely timed and shining brightly. Yes, I believe that there's a purpose just for me. Yes, I believe that we are light and we shine infinitely. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am not aimlessly existing. See, I am in perfect harmony with universal energy, and I am truly free when I accept my own divinity. Look at me closely. Tell me exactly what you see. If you are paying attention, you will now begin ascension of the mind. Why? Because if you look at me just right, you will see a kiss. For it took a kiss to make this breath exist, the intersection of my mother and father's lips, to touch, twist, perfect what came next to produce me. As look at me, and you will see the breeze. The breeze it took to shake the leaves to make my mother's hair move. My father dare touch it and say, please, may I have a kiss? Yes, the breeze made me exist. And if you want to get even deeper into this right now, you will look at me and see a big old cloud. That's right. The cloud it took to form the storm, to make the breeze, to shake the leaves, to inspire the lip lock. Yes, a raindrop will pop out of these words. You heard me right. If you look at me close enough, you'll see a dark, stormy night. And what is night? Well, night ain't night without the polar opposite of sunlight. So if you watch the way my hands sway, you'll see the light of day. And every day is a testament to the sediment of the Earth's core, its ever-spinning enormous force. If you look at me just right, you'll see a spark of the source. But the most fascinating thing about this, and it's true, is that if you look at me just right, you see you, only what we believe, how we perceive the space between you and me that creates reality. So when I sing, you can feel it. When I cry, you can heal it. When I speak words, you can be the words I speak by singing with me. Peace, love, free. 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 And when I try to fight or run, I only wind up back at square one. And when I think I know to exactly where I need to be. And when I am alone and full of fear, I just remember the rising sun always appears, and every day miracles, miracles that I see. Well, you take me back, you take me back, you take me back, you take me back to exactly where I need to. Do, 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 do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am exactly where I need to be. I need to be exactly where I am. I am a blessing manifest.
Yay! Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Aaron, supported by Candy and Glenda and Brad, Jonathan and Matt. Oh my God, and when I said to Candy, I'd love for us to do this song, she said, that's a lot of words. And you guys managed to hit every single one of them. Thank you so, so, so much. I love that song. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Oh my gosh. I am exactly where I need to be. Ooh, man. So this month, our theme for the month is making a difference. Making a difference in our own lives, making a difference in the life of our families, our community, and our world. And for myself, perhaps you find this too, you wonder where, how, what's needed, or it feels like there's such an overwhelming number of things that are needed that it's challenging to know exactly where I need to be, exactly what I am being called to do. And so we're going to be exploring that all month, both individually and collectively. What does it mean to make a difference? How do we make a difference? How do we find where to make a difference? Why do we care about making a difference? And really allowing ourselves to find our way through it. This has been additionally ignited, this idea, because we were just at the CSL convention, as Reverend Karen talked about last week. And at the convention, Reverend Sunny Cantrell Smith, our spiritual leader, she said, Science of Mind and CSL and New Thought is growing up, and we are moving from me to we. This is a project that some of us have been working on for the last 20 or 30 years within the New Thought and Science of Mind movement. And we're beginning to feel and see the recognition that to create a life that works for us isn't enough. That life that works for me doesn't work if it's not embedded in a life that works for everybody. Right? And that works for all of creation. Hello, climate change. Right? Because if that really hits in a big way, our lives are not going to work so well. And so our individual lives are embedded in this larger collective. And we have, interestingly enough, we have been very much involved in this last 100 years or so in my life and what is, my prosperity and my good and my healing. And it's interesting that has now become something that is preached in a lot of different places. It's called the prosperity gospel. It's that move to my life. But there is the next piece of it, as I said, that our lives are embedded in the larger life experience. And and there comes a point where we can no longer sit on the sidelines. We can no longer believe that just doing spiritual work is going to be all that's required. The Buddhists have been doing that for thousands of years. We're still in a bit of a mess, aren't we? So it was really wonderful going to Spain a couple of years ago. We went to a Buddhist installation, the name of which I cannot at the moment recall, but apparently these installations are all over the world, and they are shaped like a Buddha, and you go inside, and there's an altar and some other Buddhist sort of accoutrements, and this place that is built as a energetic prayer that's happening all the time. And inside the dome that is shaped sort of like the top of a person, the top of a seated Buddha, there are 1,000 small Buddhas, each one of them blessed, each one of them a prayer, each one of them an ongoing prayer that's happening all the time. And these have been installed all over the world to support the collective consciousness, to support the awakening of humanity, to support this understanding that we are all connected and that what we do ourselves makes a difference not only to our own lives, but it makes a difference to any group that we're a part of, whether that's our family here, our community, our workplaces, our larger community, our nation, and of course, our planet. And so the idea that these things have been, I want to say this one particular one that we saw in Spain was a couple hundred years old. And the Buddhists have been doing the loving kindness meditation for hundreds of decades. We still seem to need it, don't we? And we on the West, we've been about doing, making it happen for ourselves, making it happen. We just haven't been quite as conscious about consciousness. And for us to really make a difference, what is clear to me from the Science of Mind standpoint is that it is a both and, right? That's what we teach, treat and move your feet. These two things are required for both the universal and the individualized expression to then be expressed in the world. We can no longer sit on the sidelines or believe that just doing our spiritual work is enough. Although, as you know, we did a thing on Friday night, which is super amazing, consciousness raising. We'll be doing 5 consciousness raising events through this year. That was the first one, to raise consciousness, to heal the divisiveness in our political situation in this election year, and to strengthen our democracy. We'll be doing 3 labyrinths this year, and we'll be doing a final consciousness raising event for the election itself, all in service to using consciousness as a shift, right? Getting to that critical mass, that critical shift in collective consciousness. And then there's also that work in the world. So a number of years ago, I was invited to be part of a conference that happened but first in Rome, and then it was followed up in Florence, with a Association for Global New Thought, with various of the denominations around the world, and it was an interesting conference, and people talked about their work that they were doing in the world, and there were a lot of New Thought people there who were feeling pulled. That was when the first time I heard about the Charter for Compassion and various things that were being done locally in different places, and yet it felt very disparate. All these different people doing different things in Europe and in Asia and the US, and lots of people trying to figure out what their part was. And I remember at the end of the conference, these 2 sections, I remember we were just about ready to leave, and I was standing up on the balcony with Michael Beckwith, Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. And we got to talking about, so how was it? And what do you think? Does it move the needle? Did we move the needle? And I asked him, how do you do that as a spiritual community, as the spiritual leader of a spiritual community? I know how busy you are. I know how busy I am. I know how busy we all are in our own lives. And he said to me, well, Petra, we all have to find our purpose and our passion. That's what we have to do. And he said, my purpose is to inspire people. My passion is social justice. So I seek to inspire people to participate in social justice. Oh. I said, but what about the climate and women and LGBT? And there's a lot going on. That's what I want to talk about today. Our purpose, our passion. And that was a seminal moment for me because his response was, well, I can't do it all, but I can do something. And so I have been, so that was in when was that? That was in 2013. And as this conversation in Science of Mind and in CSL has continued, I have been asking this question: how does this work? How does this unfold? Because we all care so deeply. And we all want for there to be a world that works for everyone. And yet, if we only do our spiritual work, sometimes that's a spiritual bypass because we think it's enough. Or if you're like me, you know, I give $5 here and $5 there and $10 there and $10 there because I want to give money to everybody and I don't have millions of dollars, right, to give to each one of these. And then I think, wait, feels like it's spreading too thin. Aligning our purpose and our passion. So often when we think about purpose and passion, we think about what's mine to do with my life, right? My passion is art, my passion is children, or my purpose is to have a healthy, happy, full life. And what has occurred to me, for those of you who are familiar with spiral dynamics, you'll recognize this, right? This is the move from the orange meme to the green meme. Ultimately, it's second-tier thinking. If you don't know what that means, I'll do a workshop on spiral dynamics because it's an amazing way of understanding the development of humanity, just like we understand the development of people and we understand spiritual development. So we are developing beyond a recognition that it's just about getting lives. We are developing into the place where it's also about contribution. We are here to experience life as an individualized expression. Yes, absolutely, 100%. But we are also here to express and to give our gift. Because without you giving your gift, 1/1/infinitieth of the universe is missing. So it's no longer just enough to focus on our own lives. It's now to the point where we have to recognize that we are here to contribute in whatever form or fashion that is. I love this quote from Ernest Holmes. It's a little tight over there. I'll turn around here so I can read it. We know there is a power far greater than we are. There is a love that casts out fear and a faith that overcomes all obstructions. We must permit ourselves through affirmative thinking to enter into this power and this love with complete confidence. That there is a power and a love that is moving through us as us, and it is seeking to express, to shine, to move in the world through us and as us. That is the impress of life itself, this love and this power. And my job is to trust that it's there. Our job is to trust that that purpose, that power, and that love illuminates the purpose and the passion that is ours. that is uniquely ours, that is individually ours. And whether that's the contribution we give to our partner, to our child, to our family, here at CSL Dallas through sacred service, in the world, that is the light that Spirit is as you, as me. We are the place where that light is coming forth with the hands and the heart, the eyes and the feet, the love made manifest in the world. And do we trust it? Or do we second guess it? Well, it really should be about that. Well, I don't really have anything to give, and yeah, it's just too big, and I don't know. All the ways in which we second guess, just like we do in our own lives, right? We do it in our own lives. All the ways we second guess the gift that we are, the light that we are, the power and presence that we are, all the ways in which we second guess are all the ways that we don't trust that the universe has need of us. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, "You are an organ of the soul. That's how you got to be here. Surely you should assume the post." Right? Huh. Not, oh, I'm trying to become something that's so spiritual that God will favor. No, no, no. You're here because you are an organ of the soul. The soul needed us, needs you to show up. Shall we assume the post? Yes. Oh, man. A little scary. But that's why we talk about trust. Trusting that that power and presence doesn't take us here and then drop us off the edge. We are exactly where we need to be. Destiny has moved us to this place. Surely everything is needed. Everything for learning and growing and becoming more of the gift that I am here to give. CSL, many years ago, wrote a global vision that is the purpose and passion that we have for the work in the world. Right? We have our Declaration of Principles that is about our spirituality, the faith and the structure of our understanding of the nature of reality and our ability to learn it and take it up and use it and make our lives better. And then to hold a vision, to contribute that work through a vision and action in the world in a way that makes a difference. We read this last night on Friday night. I notice that I'm enrolled every time I read it. We envision all people, all beings, and all life as expressions of spirit. We see a world in which every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with the one and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought. A world where every person discovers their own personal power and ability to create an individual life within a world that works for everyone and for all creation. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. We envision a world where each person has enough food, a home, a sense of belonging, a world of peace and justice. A world of peace and harmony, enfranchisement and justice. We envision a world in which resources are valued, cared for, and grown, and where there is a generous and continuous sharing of these resources. We envision a world culture in which forgiveness, whether for debts, errors, injustices, is the norm. We envision a world which has renewed its emphasis on beauty, nature, and love through the resurgence of creativity, art, and aesthetics. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all creation. Yeah, and so it is, right? It's a long list. I read that list, I find that I am enrolled in it, and then I find that I'm overwhelmed. How is that going to happen? What am I supposed to be a part of? What am I supposed to do? That's where our purpose and passion begins to align, right? That's where purpose and passion, our purpose and passion, comes to the forefront. And so I was thinking back over the course of my ministry. So I started a community in Renton, Washington, just south of Seattle. We were there for 7 years. In those 7 years, we were part of the very first World Peace meditation that happened. John Randolph Price put together, that happened, if for those of you who were around then, in 1986 on New Year's Eve at 12 noon Greenwich time, which meant it was 4 a.m. in the morning in Seattle. We spent all year raising money in fundraising concerts and in all kinds of activities, our community. And we contributed and helped put on this event in our stadium, the King Dome in Seattle, where we came together at 4 a.m. in the morning to pray for world peace, knowing that there were millions of people doing that around the world. Why? Because I was terrified, personally. And because my mother talked about how hard it was in Germany to have the wall separating families. And we were at the height of the Cold War. And so I wanted to participate. I wanted to do something about it. I went and I raised money for this moment in 1986. My mother went to the Friendship Force and she started traveling with women, Christian women, to Russia and to be in houses of other Christian women in Russia, and they invited them back and forth and back and forth. We were part of the World Peace experience every year after that, and you'll recall in 1989 what happened. The wall came down. I remember my mother saying, "Never in my lifetime would I have believed it." And there it was. We might think never in our lifetime these things can be healed, but do you see people treated, they moved their feet, they did the work. And so there were a lot of other things going on, but do you see that that piece was the piece that spoke to me and spoke to our community? Here at CSL Dallas, after I got here at CSL Dallas, we spent 10 or 12 years being involved in the Season for Peace and Nonviolence. Massive program that we did, thanks to Veronica Valles and Alva Baltimore and Michael Gott and Chris Terry and a bunch of others. We were all over Dallas. We did concerts with the Turtle Creek Chorale. We put Season for Peace and Nonviolence in schools because at that time it felt as though we were, what we're having now is sort of another iteration of this hate and violence, and so we chose that. We chose that partly because I chose that, because I had a son growing up, and I wanted him to learn about peace and nonviolence in a culture that seemed to find guns more interesting than that. So we chose that. There were a number of years that I was involved in bringing the Parliament of the World Religions here to Dallas. I was involved in an interfaith group because it felt like we needed to start coming together globally in a different way. Not just, oh, what do you believe, what do you believe, what do you believe, but actually coming together and saying, what can faith, religion, spirituality, what is the difference we can make? And so I was part of that group because that seemed so important at the time, so valuable. And we ended up, the Dallas-Fort Worth ended up being in the one of two finalists with Brussels in Belgium. It was a really, really amazing thing. And a lot of things happened in terms of the interfaith movement in Dallas because we did so much work together. Ultimately, they chose Brussels and not the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But it was because I had a purpose and a passion, and I thought there was something that needed to happen. Finally, I started getting involved in what's called Faith Forward through Thanksgiving Square, and as you may know, Reverend Karen was very involved in it. Let's stand shoulder to shoulder with other faith leaders and people and make a difference here in Dallas, because there's a lot going on. Do you see? We can't be involved in everything. It's too much, it's too overwhelming, and it spreads us too thin. But we can be involved in something. We can participate in something, right? Whether that's here at CSL Dallas, whether that's in the world. And so we have our Force for Good initiative. Our Force for Good initiative, we picked 3 initiatives that we started last year. We're continuing on with them. The first one is diversity, equity, and inclusion, racism, and all other kinds of isms. The second one is sustainability and climate change. And the third one is democracy and advocacy, because we have to bring our voice to the table. Don't you think? Yeah. Not because we hate, not because we're against things, but because there's actually a lot of people that if we were to speak our voice, we would be speaking for. And that voice needs to come into the room. It needs to come into the table. It needs to be in conversations where only one-sided information is being portrayed. So do you see, I'm trying to make the point here. Oh, the other thing I learned from Michael Beckwith that I have been practicing since that moment, he said to me, Petra, he said, you have to trust that there are other people that are as passionate about the other things as you are about the thing you're passionate about. You have to trust that they're working on it too. Right? Oh my God. Blinding flash of the obvious, right? But how often do we forget that? So it's not just trusting the universe, it's not just trusting this power and love, but trusting that it is working through all sorts of people with all sorts of intention, purpose, and passion. And really, we don't have to manage the universe. We don't have to be in charge of them all, right? And it's okay to pick 1 or 2 and say, these are the things I'm going to contribute to, because this is in alignment with my purpose and passion. And let us please, please give grace to those people who are not as interested in our passion as we are. Because we can sometimes be a little unkind about that. But they're following their passion and their purpose. And if we are standing in that place of trust, yeah, we can know that the infinite universe is moving in an infinite number of ways through an infinite number of people for good. Ernest Holmes says this: if we can believe that the Spirit within us makes perfect and happy the way before us, we then enter into, I got to turn around, it's a little too far away from me. We then enter into conscious union with everything that lives and commune with the Spirit in all people and all things. There then develops an intimate relationship to the presence and the power which controls everything, and we know we can trust it. Find your purpose and passion. Try it out. See which one is yours. Be okay with that. Trust that power and presence. Trust others. And we will, in fact, make a difference. Thank you.
Was that a good talk? Did you guys get inspired? That means you're going to make sure that you do what you can do and not worry about what everybody else is doing, right? Now, I didn't have anything to do with bringing that wall down, but I did get Mandela out. There was a whole community of people that got Mandela free, too. So just know that our consciousness does make a difference, okay? Hey, now let's show our support for this beloved community. We invite you to give generously to the work of CSL Dallas, knowing that as you give, the law of circulation multiplies this gift to you and to so many others. So let's begin by affirming our abundance together. I am filled with the spirit and radiant in the consciousness of its rich abundance. I receive it, I accept it, and I build it into my consciousness. I am grateful that Spirit's rich bounty pours into and through CS Dallas. We are eternally prospered, blessed, and a blessing to all, and so it is. Now, as the baskets are being passed around, there are many, many different ways that you can give around here. You can use text giving, you can use Venmo, PayPal, auto tithing, or just put your money in the basket. But if you want your cash donation and you want to get a tax benefit, then just write your name on the donation envelope that's in the baskets that's being passed around. Now, you heard earlier today from Kia about the value of sacred service here at CS Dallas. Are you ready to get involved and meet folks at CS Dallas? Yes, yes, yes. Yes? Yes? Okay. Well, see, this is a special one, guys. I have to make sure I give it special emphasis, okay? Kia told you guys about this, but Kia is kind of special to me because Kia is my pal. A pal means that I was her when she joined, okay? And not only did she come from being a member, she's gone all the way up to the top where she's running things. So I got to really make sure you guys get this, okay? So I'm going to even read it again, okay, so you really get it. As you've heard from Kia earlier about the value of sacred service here at CS Dallas. Are you ready to get involved? Yes. Okay. So there's no better way than to volunteer. Volunteering is also a great place to practice spiritual living. That's why we call it sacred service. So mark your calendars for our sacred service fair. It's happening March 24th, following the Sunday celebration. Yes, we really do need you. We know that you want to help. This day makes it easy for us to connect. So everybody come out and volunteer. Good enough, Kia? There you go. Have you ever wondered how New Thought and Science of Mind evolved? Do you want to know the ancient wisdom lineage to our teachings and be able to talk about it with those who wonder what you are up to? Are you intrigued by how religion, philosophy, and science came together into a wholly new synthesis of spirituality? Then this class is for you. A history where you don't have to memorize names and dates, but rather trace developing ideas of humanity's evolving understanding of spirit, the infinite, and how we fit into the picture. I know it's an odd name, but the course is called From Whence We Came, and it's led by an amazing teacher, Carol Merlo. She has been studying and diving deep into this material for years. Now you can help, and now she can help you navigate these complex ideas with ease. And she'll assist you in rediscovering the value of sacred study as one of our primary spiritual practices. Don't be afraid to dive right in. You'll be glad that you did. It starts Monday, April 1st from 7 to 9:30 p.m. in person and online. So you can sign up at csldallas.org, education course/schedule, or the events on April 1st. Now, all these people are surrounding me, so something's coming up that I don't have down there, okay? So.
I forgot to tell you to bring Janice up for Divine Dining.
Well, I'm going to bring Janice up for it. And for those of you who don't know, it just so happens that we have Janice Cook, who's in charge of Divine Dining, okay? Now, you can't get more special than having Janice Cook in charge of it, okay? Unless it was Janice Baker or whatever, but we're going to go with Janice Cook.
Good morning, CSL Dallas. So yeah, I'm not in charge, but I'm the team lead for Divine Dining for this year. I want to thank everybody that's already signed up. Want to let you know it was supposed to close last Sunday, the host registrations, but we're leaving it open until 5 o'clock today. If you don't like the little QR code thing, come and see me in Pankey Hall. I will text you a host registration. Super easy to do. So we have plenty of space for anybody who wants to still sign up to host a dinner. We're going to start putting together our catalog. So if you've already signed up, expect a call and an email from me to get a snappy little description of whatever you're putting on. And if you need help fluffing it up, we're happy to help you fluff it up. Yeah, and I'll be at the table out there. So virtual people, our people that are part of our virtual community, we love you. We want you to be a part of this. My telephone number, write this down, is 818-613-2296. You can find me on In Fellowship as well. Find me, and we'll figure out how you can do I've been thinking of doing a 70s dress up virtually. Yeah, just dress up. You're in your own house. You only have to dress up from the waist up, right? and you'll eat whatever you want. We'll play some good 70s music. Maybe we'll get up and dance, in which case you probably need to have pants on. But I mean, there's all kinds of things. We learned how to live virtually during COVID. So why not continue to and really embrace our virtual community, because they are a part of our community. They are members, and just because they're not here in the sanctuary with us doesn't mean that they're not equally a part of everything we do. So anyway, I'll be in Pankey Hall. I will be hunting you down if I don't have your name already on the list. You can do 2 or 3 dinners. You can attend 2 or 3 dinners. Whatever you want to do, we're here to just be in community together. And I'm going to sit down now.
Thank you, Janice. Hey, as we close, let me give you some quick reminders. You want to join the Easter choir. If you have a passion for singing, or if you can just hold a note in a bucket, then you need to get with Candy, because Candy will help you become a great singer. And this is the rehearsals are going to be in the afternoon, so please see Candy for more information. And along with that, we have our Artist Corner across the breezeway in Pankey Hall. Our Artist of the Month is Catherine Baronet, and she's here. So you want to make sure that you go, she's right over there, so make sure you go over to Pankey Hall. You can talk to her about her art and all kinds of stuff, and then you can even probably purchase some and take some home. I'm sure she'd be glad for that. So before you leave, we also want to mention that we have our spiritual coaches that are here for you today. You can affirm your truth to get a spiritual mind treatment for your life. If you are on campus, you can just visit across the hallway, the breezeway into Pankey Hall. The Peace Room is located right next to the elevator. And also, for those of you who are joining online, you too can visit with a practitioner via Zoom. The link is being posted in the comments right now. And that's about it. So now let's all stand up, rise up, get up, get up. And we're going to sing out our way out of here with the music.